I enjoy getting the rarest watches on the earth. These 4 brands, they hold their value more than any other brands. I look at the watches as a currency. Well, the most expensive watch I've seen or I've sold, it's like 10 million US dollar.
Dubai is famous for its luxury lifestyle. It's a safe place to wear your most expensive things without worrying. When you visit the Dubai Mall, any day of the week, you will see people wearing stunning diamond jewelry, fancy bags, and top-notch watches. In Dubai Mall, you will find all the luxury brands you can imagine. The most impressive part is the collection of the high-end watches. But here's the thing, you can't just buy it. Most of the models you want won't be available. Instead, the brands will put your name in a waiting list and call you in about 5 years. Can you believe it? So, where do people go and buy these luxury watches that everyone wants? They go to traders, and these traders have it all. They can get you any model you desire, even if it's one of only 5 pieces in the world. They will deliver it to you in a few weeks. That's why I decided to meet one of the famous traders in Dubai. Check out his amazing watch collection and learn how the luxury watch business works nowadays.
My name is Khaled Mohammed. I'm a watch dealer. I'm the founder and CEO of Luxury Souq. And I've been in the industry since I remember. My father was a watch dealer for 50 years. And I run my own company since last 10 years. Going to show you the world's most expensive watches. I removed this piece because this is the first piece in the market. And I promised not to have it on the camera. So this is the special one, I removed it. You can video the rest. This is RM3503. It's Rafa Nadal. All these models are in the waiting list in the boutique. So it's not easy to get them.
Basically, it's
this
like
is 5 pieces in the world also.
It's like an art.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's not just the rarest or expensive materials, it's also a story.
Yes, is the story behind it, is scarcity, is not very much available, okay. There are over hundreds of Swiss-made watch brands. The 4 biggest groups are LVMH, Swatch, Richemont, and Rolex. When it comes to independent brand or the top traded watch brands, it's always Rolex, Patek Philippe, Richard Mille, and AP. These 4 brands, they hold their value more than any other brands. There are other independent watch brands that are doing quite very good, like Gribble Forsey, F. Pigeon, MBNF, and so on. For me, I look at the watches as a currency. Watches always are tangible assets. I bought myself 5711A blue dial, single seal in 2013. I gifted myself when I opened my store for 20,000 US dollar. At its peak, the watch was 250,000 US dollar. And now with the big drop in the watch business, with the 60% of drop, is still the watch is $155,000. So it's after 10 years, it's still the watch is priced like more than almost 8 times the money that I've invested. I still have the watch. I didn't sell at the peak. I hold it's my asset. We move on. We go to the everybody's favorite brand, which is Patek Philippe. All the watch collectors' favorite brand. Here is our collection of Nautilus and Aquanaut. This is the single seal 5711A blue dial. Discontinued model. I have a brand new piece, single sealed. It's impossible watch to find. And these models, again, all are on huge waiting list. Nautilus and Aquanaut, except this model, which I'm selling below the authorized retailer price because this one doesn't have a waiting list. I should explain the pricing structure so the audience will understand how the watch industry works. We have a retail price, which is official price in the boutique, and we have a trade price, which are the actual price of the watch in the market that being sold among the watch dealers. And we have advertised price, the prices that you see on Corner 24 or on other platforms, on the websites that's been advertised. And we have discounted price. So depending on the watch and the model or the brand, the watch can be sold at discount or can be sold at premium. Basically, watches that have very high demand in the market, that has huge waiting list and it requires profile for you to get one, these watches are not available in the boutique, and people, they just come to us and they pay more, they buy the watch more expensive than the authorized retailer, and we call this premium. Basically, you pay premium and you get the watch on your wrist without waiting. But there are most of the watches that do not have a huge waiting list, and they are mostly available on the brand's display and the vitrine. These watches you can find with the watch dealers at discounted prices. So either you're gonna enjoy the discount from us, or you're gonna have the watch that has huge waiting list. It's not about price anymore. Even if you have money, you cannot buy it. It's not there. You pay premium, means you pay additional on the top of the authorized retail price, and you buy the watch that you want.
I mean, I personally like this one already, you know.
Yes, that's why they say diamonds are girls' best friend.
Indeed.
But the most expensive watches, they are not in diamond here.
How it's possible?
For example, if you look at this, Richard Mille Congo, 30 pieces in the world. You have to know the history behind this. The story behind this. Who was Congo, and this is all hand painted. Yeah, it's hand painted, sprayed with this very well-known French artist. Yeah. This one is 2.5 million US dollar.
Oh. Can you show it in the camera?
Yeah. Here you go. Richard Mille Congo. And this is Jacob, piece unique, tourbillon, skeletonized. And Jacob always chooses the best diamond VVS one. This watch is piece unique, one of one. If you want to have this watch, you go to the brand directly. They will make this watch, they create for you. It will take them a year. So it's not available.
Okay.
That's why the price, the value of these watches are about the availability.
And how
It's
much
rare.
is this one?
It's 700,000 US dollar. A lot of hot and highly demanded watches, to get them you need to have a profile in the boutique. Many people would not understand what does really profile mean. They think if you are a VIP you can get, no, you can be VIP but still you don't have a profile. They think if you're rich, you have cash, you can buy, but still it's not correct. You can have a lot of liquidity. When you go there, you're ready to pay and get it right away. They don't give it to you. Well, how I see it, brands, they have how they calculate the profitability of your profile. You have to buy a lot of watches that are not highly demanded, and the price most of the time in the authorized retailer is more expensive than the pieces available in the market. If you buy these watches, you support the brand and you stay loyal, you basically giving up some more money to the official retailer, and you have a second option of buying the same watch for cheaper price in the market. You don't go for that and you stick to the brand. Then they will calculate your profile. They say, for example, Mr. X bought 10 watches, okay, and he paid $1 million more than the market price of the watch he could have bought from a parallel seller or a watch dealer. He gave up $1 million, he gave it to us. Then they will give you hot models, which are much more priced in the market. So the models that are premium, they have huge waiting list as well. They will study your profile. They know that this watch can sell outside for 1 million, but they give it to you for 200,000. So they give up part of the money that you have given already in advance. This is what means profile. It's not like you go to the brand, you take $3 million and you choose all the hottest models. That it's not about money. You will not get it because you have no profile. You never sacrificed your money for the brand, and the brand knows this very well. He will not give you the hot models. So they don't compensate giving up the profit to you. All the brands like Patek, AP, RM, you know, some of their waiting lists, they don't even accept you to be in the waiting list. They have, before waiting list, something called wish list. They don't even allow you to be on the wish list. Whenever you go, they say wish list is closed, it's not yet open, and the moment is open, a day after it's closed. So you can never catch up with the wish list and the waiting list. And the problem with the brand, they do not give you a clear picture. Okay, am I on the waiting list? What does confirm that I'm on a waiting list? Can I put a deposit down? Can you give me a token? How should I know I am in a waiting list? Yes or no? Or how many people are right in front of me? I've been so much around the world. I've been in Germany last time for the Daytona Rolex stainless steel, the sport one. They told me 15 years waiting list. I'm not even sure that this watch will be in demand after 15 years. Maybe a better model of Rolex all the time is coming up. Maybe the newer version of Rolex will be more in demand. I'm sure it will hold its value, but the model will be changed. Yeah. If you look at this RM, it's limited 10 pieces in the world. So the RMs, they make watches that way expensive.
Only 10 pesos?
Yes.
Wow.
They have ladies models which are very affordable.
Very
I mean, much more affordable than the special ones.
Shoot me, how much affordable
is
this?
It's $250,000. Well, I have a lot of watches that's piece unique, one of one. That's my specialty. That's something that I love to do here. And I enjoy getting the rarest watches on the earth. The brand could be anything from, like the watch I'm wearing, it's Global Force, is 5 pieces limited. This watch is almost impossible to be found anywhere on the earth.
So I want to ask you one thing. If nobody can get it nowhere in the worldwide boutiques, from where you are getting it?
Well, it's a trade secret, but I'll share it with you.
Thank you.
There are 2 types of brands. Brands that they don't really like to sell to resellers. And there are some brands who do not mind to sell to resellers. The brands who are not willing to sell to resellers, like Rolex, Patek, RM, AP, they normally find out whoever sold and they will blacklist the seller. They will not give this customer watch because he's selling it in the market.
Seriously? So if they find out
that you are selling your watch to me, they will blacklist you or somebody else. I'm professional. I know how to deal with it. Yeah, but so many other dealers that are not very familiar with the market, they can get the customer into blacklist. Why they blacklist you? Well, you bought the watch, you have the full right to do what you want. But basically what they say, they have huge waiting list. They can serve some other customers who are willing to wear the watch. Rather than giving it to you, you give up for money. For some additional money to make profit, you will let the watch go. Because they study your profile, they want to make sure you are a VIP person.
Yeah.
So where you wear the watch, wherever you go around any environment, so people recognize their brand. That's the brand logic.
Understand.
Yeah, but most of these watches are coming through VIP people to me. You know, especially the brands that very strict about some profile watches, rare watches. We have been for long in the business, so we have great networks. from all around the world. So I know how to deal with the situation and how to sell the watch without getting the first owner into trouble.
So everything about network.
Everything is about network. There is nothing called impossible when it comes to watches. I can challenge you. I can get any watch on the earth. If I decide, sometimes I might require a little bit of more time if the watch is super rare. Otherwise, I can get almost everything, almost. So it's all depending on how much money you're willing to give up. It's all about money, yeah? When it comes to high-end luxury watches, it's an industry that a lot of high net worth people are involved. Well, the most expensive watch I've seen or I've sold, it's like $10 million US.
No, seriously?
Yes, seriously.
10 million?
Yes. I just had a Jacob $8 million US Billionaire 2 collection.
We have Hermes, right?
Unfortunately, it's not very well presented here. But the most wanted, the most expensive, basically it's my office. So it's not the showroom, so we don't really decorate it. You know, people come here to me, they know that I have it, and it's quick deal. So we don't really present them on display.
2 days ago, in your Instagram, you advertised Hermes Himalaya.
Yes.
And you already sold it.
That was few days ago, and it's already gone.
So you advertised it, and after 2 days?
After 2 hours.
Oh my goodness.
They're the most wanted. You know, people think, oh, why somebody should buy such expensive bag, such expensive watch. They don't think like high net worth people. They don't look at it as investment. They think that the rich people don't know that, on their opinion, it's not valuable. But the rich who made the money, they know what are they buying. Buy this because it's an investment. Some of them, they buy the bags, they put in the bank as a deposit. They can be sold in auction houses, international auction houses, even more expensive than the price that I am offering. Since 2019, since the COVID, even before COVID, I would say, the watch prices always long run, it's an investment. But people got more to know watches with the social media, and especially COVID affecting manufacturing, and there was less number of watches available. The demand of watches has gone very high. Well, the life city and the education that people have and the knowledge and information on social media and everywhere, it's really affecting the watch market. And the prices are going higher and higher, and they are in a big demand. Even after the big drop, still people are in profit if they bought the watch 2-3 years ago. And people who are in loss today, if they don't sell their watch, they can accept the loss, they can keep the money and sleep on it. In 5 years, in 3 years, again they are winners. So they know it's money, and they all want to go to the boutique and to buy the hottest models. Nothing is available. Before COVID, at the COVID time, it was the same. Even now we are 2 years out of COVID, it's the same. You cannot find the watches on display. It's not easy to get them. A lot of watches, they have nickname. I don't know who creates these nicknames, but it's always interesting. I learn from customers too. You know, they say Batman, Batgirl, and Starbucks, Panda, Coca-Cola, Sprite. There are so many different nicknames when it comes to watches. For investment, it's 4 watches mostly. It's Patek Philippe, Rolex, RM, and AP. But you can buy watches for your heart. Basically, very innovative, independent watch brands. Global Force, MB&F. I love MB&F Legacy and F. Pigeon. So many different brands. I have so many different models from almost every brand. I have a beautiful piece in my personal collection. So I support the brands. I don't have to buy everything for investment. Then you're not a watch lover. You're not a a watch collector if you're so much money minded and you see it as only as an investment and it has to be cash, then I would say you are not really a watch lover and a watch collector.